Hi everybody, it's me Adele and welcome to my channel Sew for Serenity, where I talk to you about my sewing journey. Welcome back if you're a regular viewer, and if you're new here I hope you enjoy this vlog and consider subscribing. So welcome to my knitting and stitching 2023 fabric haul vlog. So this is where I talk to you about what a wonderful day I had on Saturday and show you some of the things that I got up to and purchased. So first of all, I'll talk to you about the day. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start. I had such a fabulous time at the knitting and stitching show at Alexandra Palace. It was a really long day. Myself and Sarah from Sew Sarah's Style drove up. Bless Sarah, she drove. So I got to her house at 6 o'clock and she drove us down to London. And we got there just after 8 o'clock, which was brilliant going. So we managed to have like a cup of tea and a natter before we waited for everyone else to arrive. So yeah, I wore my Seasons of East Summer in New York dress, which I absolutely love, and I wore it in the Lady McElroy Dip in the Lake fabric, which I also love. Now, we were meeting up with lots and lots of other people off Instagram and YouTube. Some of them you may know, some of you might not know, but I'll just run through the names quickly. So off Instagram, there was the crafty Welsh one, who is Terry, Stacey, who is Notions of a Dressmaker, and Katie, who is Whatever Katie Sews. I'll link all of their Instagram handles in the notes below and in the description below as well. There's Cara from So Mad, who I have met before, but it was lovely that she was with us most of the day as well, so I got to know her a bit more. There was the lovely Angela from Devon Thread Tales, and also Helen from Stitch Rich Repeat, and I've met them several times now and they are so lovely. There was also Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, who is my original sewing buddy. Then there was also Sarah from Sew Sarah's Style. There was Michelle from SewingBunny. There was also Anna from You Got Me in Stitches, and also Catherine from Soverton Makery, who I'd never met before, and gosh, she was so lovely as well. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that was who we went with. So it was a big gang of us, and it was so funny at the start. We headed over to Roy's first of all, and we all met up, and this lady came over to us who was one of the organisers, and she came over very stern. I said, "Excuse me ladies, can I ask you to not have so much fun please?" And it was just, she was like obviously joking, but it was just really lovely. We were laughing, being quite loud. I mean, I'm very loud anyway, but being very loud. But yeah, it was really fabulous. I think the one thing that frustrated me about it was you didn't get given a map. When I go to the creative craft shows at the NEC, you get given a map, relevant if you buy a programme or not, whereas the knitting and stitching show you had to pay for the programme to get a map, which was a little bit irritating. So yeah, I think that's a bit naughty when you've potentially paid over 25 quid for a ticket. So yeah, so we met up, as I said, we all met up and had a coffee and a natter, and then we went off into the knitting and stitching show and started off at Roy's and basically headed around the whole of the show then. It was very busy on the Saturday. It got at one point, it was a little bit overwhelming. You know, you couldn't get to the stalls, and I think the Lady McElroy stall, we came back at the end because there was just so many people. And Stitch Fabrics, it was hard to get served there as well. So I think it was good from going at the weekend because there was more people there, so there was a lot more of the Sewing Bee contestants there from this year and past years. But I think going on a Thursday Friday, which I have gone before, it's a much more chilled out experience. So if you don't like a lot of crowds and you prefer that more chilled out, definitely go on the Thursday because that is the quietest day. But it was okay. We had a cup of tea and we chilled out and we just took our time, and we were very lucky. At one point we were all sat on the floor because it's a nightmare trying to find anywhere to sit. We were all sat on the floor and right next to the VIP lounge, and this lovely man came over to us and he said, "Ladies, you really can't be sat here." He said, "But it's very quiet in the VIP lounge, so I've cornered you off a little area," and we didn't have to pay, and he just let us sit down. Obviously we didn't get any of the drinks for free, but yeah, he let us sit down, which was really nice, especially because Angela and Helen did actually have VIP passes, so they were legitimately allowed in there, but we weren't. And to be honest with you, I think when you're going in a big group like that, we decided that if we went again, if we were in a big group, we would definitely pay the extra for the VIP, because when you've got lots of bags and stuff, it's a pain in the bum carrying them all around with such a load of us as well. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do differently next time. So who did I meet when I was there? Oh my God, one of the places that I was keen to go was the Seasons of East stand. Obviously, I'm a massive advocate of Seasons of East, and love that pattern. Love both of their patterns. I mean, this is a Seasons of East pattern. This is spring in London. So I was keen to head over there to see what the new pattern was going to be and meet the lovely owners, and they were all there and they were really lovely, and they were very, very appreciative of all my kind of promotion, not paid or anything like that. I just really loved their they didn't give me the pattern for free or anything like that. It was my pattern and I just really liked it, and obviously want to tell you guys about it. And they said that a lady had come over saying, I've only brought this pattern because of Adele, and like it was really lovely to get a lot of love. I just love helping out other businesses as well, small businesses. It must be so difficult. You don't make a profit at those shows. It is about getting your brand out there. So yeah, I really wanted to get over there and say hello. They did have the Autumn in New York dress. It's not, unfortunately the pattern wasn't ready but for the show, but one of the ladies was wearing it. And oh my God, it's gorgeous. It doesn't have any sleeves on it. It's like a tunic style dress, but it's got a beautiful like a ruffle on it. I can't do it justice. So I was a bit like, is it really autumnal? But you could wear it over a polo neck and I think it would look so nice. So I'm so excited for that to come out. I definitely want to buy it as soon as that comes out, which hopefully will be soon. A little slurp of my tea. So yeah, so I met the lovely Seasons of East ladies. Then I also went over to see Onion from Lush Cloth, and that was amazing. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. When I first went over there, she was really busy, so I said I'll come back later, and I came back later and we managed to have a nice catch up, which was really nice. I managed to have a quick hello with Fo from SewingBunny, who is a fellow brand ambassador for So Confident with me, but she was actually working on the Fabric Godmother stand and she was very, very busy all day. The other people that was there was Adam from Adam Sews, but he was in the Boys to Sew 2 catwalk, and I didn't see him around the show, but give him a wave and a bit of a cheer. So, and then I'm just trying to think who else. Donna from Size Me Sewing. The first time I've ever met Donna. I chat to her and I've done a few pattern tests for her, and she's just lovely. She wasn't exhibiting. She was just there to take in the lovely site. So yeah, she was there and I had a good catch up with her. She was really nice, and I got some photos. As I go through, I'll put photos in at different points. Let me just think what else. Over on to Stitch Fabrics to say hello to Stitch Fabrics, and I did buy some fabric off them, which I'll show you in a minute. And I think that's it really. The normal people were there, so Jen from Generate, Louise from Ethel and Joan, Little Rosy Cheeks, trying to think who else. Yvette from Blossom Sandwich, she was helping out on the Little Rosy Cheeks stand. And lots of lovely subscribers, bumped into lots of subscribers who came up and said hello. So hello to the lovely ladies that came up and introduced themselves to me. Now I think that's it. I'm sure I've probably forgotten something, but I try my best. I'll put a bit of footage in. I was quite a good vlogger. I did a little bit, got some photographs. And yeah, so after the show we left and went to Pizza Express, and we had a gorgeous pizza there, and then we came home, and I got home about 9:30 at night. And I was so tired. I went straight to bed and I slept through till 8 o'clock in the morning. I was absolutely exhausted. All the talking and the, you know, just chatting and the excitement of the day. It was just fabulous. The only thing that would have made it better is if Bex had been there. So we did miss you, Bex, if you're watching. I think I made up for you not being there by probably buying twice as much fabric as I should have done. But yes, please don't ever not come along with us again, because you definitely were missed. Okay, so I'm sure actually all you really want to know is, what did I buy? So my birthday's in November and I am getting some birthday money off my in-laws, so I know how much money I was getting, so I decided to use that, and I will be giving these fabrics to this value to the mum and to my in-laws to wrap up for my birthday, because this was kind of guilt-free shopping. I knew that I was getting some birthday money and I knew I had this event coming up, so this is how I justified spending what I spent. But let's get on and show you. Now I'm going to show you my pile. It's a lot of black and I didn't quite realise how much black I'd purchased, but I did have a list when I got there. So on my list were several items. There was, let me just think, I wanted a faff foot, which I'll talk about in a minute, some faff bobbins. I wanted the Mason Fauve pattern that I'd seen that I really liked. I also wanted some black knit jersey, like soft knit jersey, plain. That was what I wanted, but I couldn't actually find any of that, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And I had to get some gifts for my lovely friend Jenny. Well, not gifts, she wanted me to pick up a pattern and some needles for her, and she gives me the money back, so I've got those for her. And then I had elastic and lots of things like that on my list, so sensible things on my list. So let's start off with the boring things first, because oh my god, this ruler is amazing. I've already used it already. It was £12.95 and I thought it was quite a good price for a big quilting ruler. Now obviously, because I've been doing a bit of quilting, I really struggled without a ruler, and I luckily was able to borrow Sally's when I went to a sewing social to be able to do my quilting. And I said to myself, I really need to get one, because the ruler I've got is half the size of this and just not great. And yeah, this is definitely one of those things, but I really wish I'd bought it at the end of the day. I bought it in the middle of the day and then it was in my bag all day and I just kept whacking people with it. Yeah, it wasn't a good look at all. And when I hug people, they get whacked in the face of it. Yeah, it just was silly really. But anyway, this is a great ruler, £12.95, and some of them are quite expensive, so I was quite happy that I got this for such a bargain. So that was my first sensible purchase. My next purchase that I got was a power snip. I really needed some snips because I haven't got any, and the store didn't have any normal snips, but they had these power snips, which comes like this. It's like a little, looks like a little pen, and they just snip like that. Not used them yet. I've opened them, but not used them. So hopefully they're nice and sharp. Next bits were, I got some elastic. I just got different widths of elastic in different colours just to top up my stash, because it was like £1 a metre. I just thought, let's get a few bits of this so I can put that in my stash and I won't be in that irritating situation where I'm making something and I've run out of elastic. Then I went to the Faff store and purchased the Faff by a Spinder foot, because I've been doing some quilting and because my favourite pattern is the Zadie, or one of my favourite patterns is the Zadie. Faff do a binding foot, which is quite expensive. It's 30 odd quid, but I think it's a good investment. So basically this is how it works. You put the binding in and put the fabric in between and then sew, and obviously you're then attaching the binding all in one go, and it should be perfectly straight. So I invested in that. That was quite a big purchase. And then I also purchased the bobbins for my machine, because I literally have none left, and it's so annoying when you want to start a new project and you have to find a bobbin, unwind the thread that's already on it off, and it's just a waste. So really needed some more of those, and again, they're not cheap either. But I'm very excited. Now I will obviously do a review of this. I need to use it a little bit, and people have been asking me about doing a review of my machine. I am going to do a review of my machine, but I need to do a bit more sewing with it first. I've done buttonholes, I've done certain things, but I haven't done everything yet, so I don't feel like I can give a really rounded review yet of it. I need to get to know it a little bit more, so please bear with me, that will be coming. But yes, very excited about these. And then the next shop was a little button shop, and I think it was called Italian Buttons, I think it was called. And me and Michelle loved this shop. We went mental in there, just spent ages, and I've just bought a few different things. So they had this belt buckle, which was leopard print, which I just loved. I thought, oh, that's gorgeous and will just look lovely as part of something. So yeah, I got that. That was £2.50. I got some buttons that kind of matched. and we're just a mismatch of like little leopard print buttons, so I got those. I also got these buttons, which I just thought were really nice and unusual. £1.50. And then this button, which I really thought was pretty too, that was £1. I got some D-rings, not D-rings, some rectangle rings, because I need that for my catch-all caddy. They were quite expensive, they were £5. And then I also got these little like tassels. I just thought they were really nice, like Aztec effects. I just picked up a pack of them as well, because I just think they're great to have in your stash. And then the other thing that I got was these really cool spool thread organisers that were reduced to £4.99. Now you can see where you can put the spools there. Now I have mine all in like a little drawer at the moment, and they get all tangled up. And Claire had picked up 2 of these, and basically because Claire got them, I decided to get them. So yeah, I've got 2 of those as well. So that's going to be good to organise my spools, and if they're good, I'm going to get some more. I have to have mine in drawers because of the sunlight. I don't want them to fade, so these will fit hopefully in the drawer, but not obviously be all messy like they are currently. So yeah, they were nice little purchases. So, you know, I was doing quite well. I was being fairly sensible. I feel like, yeah, I've purchased some good stuff. And next it was patterns. So I purchased 1 pattern. Now I did have on my list this pattern, and I also had on Seasons of East, but that wasn't out yet, so we've just got this one. Now I'd seen this one. It's called the Solid Floor Dress by Mason Fauve. Mason Fauve. By Mason Fauve. I cannot say it. Mason Fauve. That's what it's called. Right, so this is the pattern. So we went to that stand first of all because it was right by the entrance, and we were with Cara, who is a brand ambassador for them, and she was actually wearing this dress, and I'd seen it and loved it. It reminded me of the Irene dress that I made in the tiger fabric that I wore to the Stitch Festival earlier in this year. So I know that kind of silhouette suits me. So yes, I purchased this. It was £20. They don't do PDFs, to my annoyance, and also they're not launching their PDFs until next year, so I wasn't going to wait. So yeah, I got this, and it's gorgeous. They all had them on. Oh, just, they're all wearing them. And the great thing about it is you can do a collar, without a collar, a top. So there's lots of different options. So I'll be interested to see how we get on with this. Obviously I'm not going to trace it, I'm going to cut it. But yeah. And then we move on to the fabrics. So first of all, I'm going to start with Lush Cloth because I have got a little pattern from them as well. So when we were in there, me and Claire went back at the very end of the day just to touch base with Anya and check, you know, have a catch up with her. And it was very interesting because we were looking at her little stall, and there was some patterns, and I was like, Claire went, I don't know who that pattern designer is, and I was like, no, I don't know who it is. And it was called What Lola Made is the pattern company, and yeah, it's really, and look, Onion had said to me last time I saw her, oh, I've got something that I need you to help me with soon. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, came to light that Onion has decided to launch her own pattern range, and this is her first pattern, and it's called the Robin Shirt, and this is it. And she kindly gifted me and Claire this. Now these aren't available on the website yet, but they were being sold as a soft kind of launch at the Knitting and Stitching show, and she basically asked if we wouldn't mind testing these to see what we thought of them. Now I love a big sleeve. It's not necessarily, I'm not necessarily a blousey person, but I love everything that Onion makes, and she loves the Anna Allen Anthea blouse. I did a Bex there. So yeah, and she's made a few, and she had made up some of these on the stand, and they looked amazing. So yeah, I'm excited to make this, and then what I thought was, let's get some fabric from Lush Cloth to make it up in. Now, I ummed and ahed between some leopard print because leopard print is my kind of signature, as you know. But I thought, you know what? I need to push myself out my boundaries a bit. There was a couple of ditzy prints, and there was one ditzy print that I really liked, but she hadn't got any left. But then I saw this one and I thought, this is like floral, but still a little bit more retro, a little bit more me. And it's on a navy background, which I'm loving at the moment. And this is the fabric. It's really not something I normally would go for, but it is gorgeously soft. It's tapestry, which is a Dashwood Studios fabric, and I got 2 meters of this, so it's quite pricey, but I like to buy from Knittng when I can, because it's about supporting somebody. She supported me when I first started YouTubing, so I think it's really important to support her. So yes, I've gone with this. It's absolutely divine fabric, and I think this is going to look lovely in a shirt, and I can't wait to get it made up. And actually, I'm thinking maybe these buttons that I got would look really nice with it, but we'll see. So yes, that was my first piece of fabric, which is got a firm plan. So that is going to be, I need to make this up quite quickly because she wants to get our opinion on it, what we think. So I'll make this up in this fabric, and I'm excited. It's so lovely. I'm so happy for Knittng that she's now launching into making her own patterns. And Lola is her daughter's middle name. I think one of her daughter's middle names or first name, and Robin is one of her daughter's names as well. It might be middle names, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, anyway, very, very cute. So that was that other pattern that I got. Right, now before I go on to all the black fabric, I'm going to do the rest of the colourful fabric. Now, towards the end of the day, me and Claire also hit Lady McElroy. Now, I kept going up to Lady McElroy and I kept looking at the Dip in the Lake fabric in the lighter colourway. And I was like, it's nice, but you know, I don't particularly think the deals are that great at the shows. They're doing for £15 a metre. Or there's the Remnants kind of rack where it's £12 a metre, but they never have the fabrics that I particularly want on there. Anyway, towards the end of the day, me and Claire went back. Claire bought some gorgeous fabric. And we asked if they had any on the Remnants, and we were both wearing Lady McElroy, which is always a good top tip. And basically we negotiated a really good price on the fabric for Claire. So Claire got an absolute steal on hers, and then I was looking at the Dip in the Lake fabric in the light colourway, and he saw me looking at it, and a long story short, he did me an absolutely fabulous deal, which I could not say no to. And I got 4.5 metres because I had what was left on the roll. I have no idea what I'm going to make with this. I didn't need 4.5 metres, but it's nice to have a fabric where I have got 4.5 metres in my stash. And isn't it gorgeous? I mean, it might wait for summer now because I think this lighter background is definitely a summer print. But gorgeous. So yeah, love it, love it, love it. Just so gorgeous, those colours. So yeah, I did buy a Lady McElroy after all that of saying I've got 28 of them in my 27 Lady McElroy fabrics. I now have 28. Whoops. So the next place that I went to was Stitch Fabrics, and I saw this fabric on Stitch Fabrics, and I thought this would make a cool shirt for Halloween. And so I got 2 meters of it, and it's a stretch. It's a sateen, got a bit of stretch into it, stretch sateen, and yeah, 2.5 meters, and it's this really cool orange skulls. And I just thought it's really quite, you get away with it for Halloween, definitely, but then also it's a bit goth, you know, you could get away with it with some leather pants, and yeah, I really like that. So yeah, very unusual for me, but I got that. So that needs to be made up quite quickly with it being Halloween, so that needs to go in the wash pile as well. But yeah, really, really like that. Really unusual. That was £12 a metre. Then as I was buying that, because they know me there, they know what I like, Sam, who's the son, got this fabric, and it's a silk, a real silk, and they were selling it for £15 a metre, and it was leopard print, so I had 2 metres of it. Couldn't really say no to it. Gorgeous quality, real silk. I mean, can't really say no, can you? Well, I couldn't anyway. So yes, I got this one, and I know what I want to make with this. I want to make a Sicily slip dress, definitely, sewing by Mason. Which is the bias cut dress. So yes, that is definitely what I want to make with that. It's good that I've got firm plans for all of this, isn't it? You know, so far so good. Then From Roy's, I got this fabric. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's definitely a stretch. It's some kind of, I mean, I'd class it as a jersey or a stretch velvet or something. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to make with it. But I've got 2 meters and it's got snake skin. It had animal print, it had lots of different things, but I don't know if that's coming up. But it's snake skin, like leather. Well, wet look leather. You know what I mean? Wet look PVC, I don't know. And then on this side, it's like this really super soft furry side. So yeah, I just thought, how gorgeous is that going to be? It could be a jacket, a cardigan, a dress, I don't know, but I just really thought that was a little bit different. It was £15 a metre, so I got 2 meters of this off Roy's, and I think Katie got some of this in the leopard print as well. I mean, it could make leggings, it could make, so many different possibilities. But yeah, I mean, part of me did think that this dress would look quite cool in this, but we'll have to see. This will be a special fabric that will be put away until I really have the right project for it. But yes, nice. Not everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely my cup of tea. And then the next 2 fabrics. The first one was the one that was on my list. I got it from Higgs and Higgs. It is a very, very small, fine cable knit in a knit though, not a sweatshirting. I got 1.5 meters. And as I said, this was on my list. I really wanted to be able to make a jumper. It's got one-way stretch down, not necessarily across. Little bit of stretch, but not a lot. But yes, that is just going to make a nice jumper, and that's all I wanted it for. It's super soft and snuggly. I did want something plain, but they didn't have any, and I have looked at this several times and they had it in lots of different colourways. It is £17 a metre, so it's quite pricey. Yes, very, very nice, and I was pleased that I got that off my list. Next, I got this from a shop that I have no idea what the name of it was because it didn't have a name. It just was quite small, had quite a few fabrics on it, and this fabric stopped me in my tracks because it was only £6 a metre. And it's like this kind of jacquard. I mean, I can't even tell you what kind of print it is, but it was £6 a metre, so I thought that I could make the max tee, which can't remember who it's by, I'll put it down, and I just saw this on So Sarah Styles vlog. She'd made it in a cable knit and I thought this would look perfect in it. So we've got 1.25 meters of it for £7.50. What a bargain. Can't complain, can you? So yeah, that was a bargain, super bargain. So that's my other black piece. And then, oh, I don't know where I got that. I've got this from, I don't actually know where I got this from. Is it I don't know, I can't remember. If I remember, I'll put it on. I got a plissé. You know, I'm obsessed with it. But it's a black with a little bit of sparkle in it. So yeah, this was the plissé that I got. I think I got 2 meters of it. Did I get 2 meters? Yeah, 2 meters of it. And that's a lovely plissé. So you can just see it's got this really nice speckle. I think it's £8 a metre. It's got this really cool shimmery like speckle in it, it shimmers. So yeah, really nice. Got that as well because you can never have too much plissé is my new motto. And then next was rainbow fabrics. Now I lost my head at rainbow fabrics, I'm not gonna lie. The next fabric after this that I show you, oh my god, I think Katie took footage of me reacting to it, but when they showed me it, oh, I just had to have it. Anyway, let me show you this one first. This is a really weird fabric. It's a furry, glittery, like, net. It's the only way I can describe it. So obviously it'd have to be lined. But I just had visions of a lovely, let me just stand up, little skirt, you know, a Christmas skirt or something. So yeah, I just had to get this fabric. So I got 1.5 meters of it and aimed to make a skirt of some description in it. But yeah, it's actually, I think it'd be really itchy, but it's actually super soft. But yeah, I don't think I'd want it by my face. I think I'd want, that's why I want to have it as like a little skirt, a little bit of lining, and I think that would just be really cute with a pair of black boots, black tights. Right, are you ready? So, I was on the lookout for a jacquard, wasn't I? And they did have some lovely jacquards, but this panel, honestly, I cannot tell you how much this, the panel's 1.5 meters and I got 2 meters. So it came to 36 quid. But let me just show you now. I think I'm going to have to move this back a bit so you can see it. Let me get it the right way around. I just need to do it justice, right. Right, here we go. So this is it. No, it needs to go further back. Right. This is the panel. Can we see it? It's got these gorgeous, oh, I've got it upside down. Gorgeous cats on it. Can we see? Oh my God, it's got these, like, they're panthers, aren't they? And I just love this green and orange coral colour, just amazing. And I mean, some kind of massive dress or some kind of coat, I just think would be gorgeous. And I just fell in love with it. The colours, the style, I mean, it's not for everybody, is it? But I just, you know me, I love an unusual fabric, and I'm just thinking that on the back of a coat or on the front of a dress. I just had to have it, and I didn't know what I was going to make with it, so I got 2 of them. So I've got enough for front and backs and stuff, because obviously wanting to get those animals on the front is really important. What I will try and do as well is take a photograph of its flat and insert it so you can see it. But yes, absolutely stunning. So I got 2 of those. And yeah, no idea what I'm going to make. Lots of ideas in my head. Bomber jacket, coat, big dress with poofy sleeves. I don't know. Let me just move this back in. But yeah, that was the final fabric that, to be honest, once I saw that, I had to have it, and I'm in love with it. I feel like you could just hang it on your wall as a piece of art. And anyway, right, this has gone on for far too long. That is my fabric haul. Never restrained. I'm never going to apologise. It was my birthday money and I spent it what I thought was wisely. Although I have got a lot of black fabric, which has surprised me. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you don't subscribe already, please consider subscribing. And if you like this video, please click the like button. And if you want to, you can always share it as well if you think anyone else will be interested. So I'll see you all soon. Happy sewing. Bye.